very flattering angle. Can you look at the camera? You're very cute. Hey guys, it's Brooke. So I hope this lighting's okay and ignore my laundry mess back there. I'm having a hard time with lighting, and I think I'm gonna order like a ring light or something, but I need to hold off right now for financial reasons. So I'm hoping that I can get some better quality for my videos soon. I just use my phone as a camera, and it seems to do pretty well with video and audio. So I'm not in any rush to get like a new camera set up or anything, but lighting has been a big issue. I have a very small apartment and there's only 2 windows and they're on the same outside wall of the apartment. So it makes lighting a huge obstacle for me. So jumping into today's topic, I collect skulls and I know that's probably a little weird. But I've just always had this really strong love for nature and seeing beauty in things that might not be so beautiful to everybody. I guess I can tell the story here. It's not really related to bones, but when I was a kid, my grandma would take me into the woods on like little hay rides, and her and my grandpa would tell me the names of plants and stuff. And I always remembered goldenrod. It was like the only thing I remembered, I guess. And it's technically a weed. So just even then, like, I appreciated the beauty of the weed above the other plants. So kind of unrelated, but my grandparents really instilled the love of nature in me. And they're very outdoorsy. My grandpa hunts and traps and fishes, and I was raised seeing all of that, so it was very normalized to me. And hi Tesla. So I started collecting them probably 5 or 6 years ago, and the first one, well, I guess it's longer than that because I got my first one when I was 16, but it wasn't like I was looking to collect skulls. I got a 9-point deer in hunting season that I shot, and my grandpa did a really beautiful mount. I'll show that at the end of the video, so stick around if you want to see my 9-point. Not bragging or anything. So that really started my love of skulls because it's just really beautiful, like, to see that. I don't know why exactly, but the angles and just a deeper understanding of like what is. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's real. So today I'm going to show you my skull collection so far, and I plan on continuing to collect. I've got some on my Amazon wish list, which I feel selfish, but I guess I'll put the link down below for my wish list. I've got a couple of things on there, and my birthday's coming, so but yeah, here's the start of my skull collection. All right, first we have a rabbit. This is just a regular rabbit in Michigan, wild rabbit. I don't know male, female, you can't tell from this, at least I can't. So its mandible, or mandibles, I don't know, are actually glued on so that it doesn't come apart, which is nice. Look at those teeth. I wrote on some of them what they were, even though, like, I'll remember just in case somebody's looking at them when they're over and they're not sure what it is. Then I also have, this one's mandibles are not glued on, so I have to be very careful, plus it's fragile. This is a baby rabbit. It's not focusing very well, but this was actually kind of an awkward story of how I got it. I had been talking to a lady that I worked with in my last job, and her cat had killed this baby bunny, and she buried it in her flower bed, but it had been like a couple years. We were talking about how I collected skulls, and she asked me if I wanted her to bring it, and I was like, yeah, sure, but I didn't think she actually would. So she's this sweet older lady who used to work with my grandpa, actually. And she showed up the next day with this rabbit skull in a little Ziploc bag. And I thought it was the coolest thing. Like, I didn't think she was actually going to bring it. And so it's cool to have. It's sad that her kitty killed it. But, like, that's nature. It's going to happen. That's how they survived before we started taking care of them. So it is what it is. So next, this is a muskrat skull. And I believe this one was from my grandpa. I have two muskrats. One I got in a box with another skull that I actually ordered online, the only one I ordered online. Its teeth are huge and very yellow. This is the one that I ordered online and I got the muskrat skull with for free. This is actually a gray fox, and I ordered this from, I believe the company was called Freya's Forest, and they were on Instagram. I think that's what it was called. It was like 3 years ago now, so I'm not completely like remembering everything, but they were really cool. They sent me this. They sent me a bunch of loose mink bones and claws, and the muskrat skull, a patch with like some like skeletons making out. And then a little poster card thing that's got flowers and like a skeleton laying in like a field of flowers. And it was really affordable. I think I paid $30 for this, and then I got all that stuff for free. So if it is Freya's Forest, please check them out on Instagram. I will try to find them and put the link in the description because they were a really cool company and everything was humanely sourced from them. So yeah, I'd recommend shopping through them if you can. What do you want? I love you. Behave. This is a duck skull. Or a goose. I'm not completely sure. It might be a goose. This is one that my grandparents just found on their property. So it's really weird, like how they don't have actual like connected bones here underneath their eye. Maybe there's something else in there that just we didn't find. I'm not sure. It seems like it's complete though. Nothing's broken. You can see like its nasal passages. It's really strange. This is Tesla. He's a needy boy. He likes to be like a baby over my shoulder. That's not a very flattering angle. Can you look at the camera? You're very cute. This is a possum skull. Got cat hair in my nose. It's kind of broken. I don't remember when that happened, but they have a really long face. I wish people would not hate them so much. They're actually really cool animals. They don't carry rabies. Looks like his front tooth broke off. Tesla, quit. Yeah, they don't carry rabies. They eat mosquitoes and ticks. They're actually really good to have around. People just are grossed out by them for some reason. I wish they wouldn't be. What are you doing? This is what I have to put up with. This video is not about you, Tesla. It's going to be like 5 minutes of me just cuddling my cat. He's purring. I can't put him down. Probably wondering if I'm crazy because I'm sitting here talking to my phone. I'm gone at work most of the day, so I think he just knows that it's getting time for me to start getting ready for work. Okay, I've got two more that are a couple of my favorites. And then at the very end here, I'll show you that 9-point deer. So, this is an otter. Its skull is so, like, it looks like an alien. It's so long in the back, but it's so cool, and it's glued together so its mandibles won't come off, which is great. That way it's less likely to break. So this one had to be approved, I think. Yeah, it's missing that tooth. In Michigan, I don't know if this is all states, but you have to have permits, and you can only get like 2 of these or something a year. I can't remember the exact numbers and stuff, but if you trap them, you can only get a certain amount, and you have to pay for like a license or whatever to do it. And you have to turn the skulls into the DNR because they test the brain or something. I don't know if it's for parasites or what it's for, but I guess they test the animal to see how healthy it was and get kind of an idea of how their population is doing. So when they do that, I believe they take the DNA out of the bottom right tooth. So it's missing that tooth. And this I did get returned from the DNR. My grandpa got it, and he went through the whole process. He had to sign some paperwork, and like they okayed it being given back to him because he knew how much it would mean to me. So he went through a process of getting it back for me, as well as the next one. This one is my absolute favorite of my collection this far, and this is a bobcat. It's really big. I mean, it looks bigger than it is because my hands are like right up in the camera, but it's still pretty big. And same deal with this one. It is missing that bottom right tooth. Now, disclaimer. I don't know if it's a disclaimer, but any of the skulls that I have or bones that I have, I make sure that they're harvested in a very humane way. The animals that they harvest are eaten or like utilized as much as they can use. So don't come after me. Yeah, my grandpa even, I missed one I think actually. This is a beaver that my grandpa trapped. And you can only have a certain amount of these a year too. But they made summer sausage out of this to use it so it wouldn't go to waste, and then the hides they will sell. But yeah, they used every part of the animal they could, and they only kill animals, or harvest animals is probably a more friendly way to say it, that they know they will use and that are endangering their land in some way, whether it's getting into their garden or into like the house or something. Like, they're very practical in the way that they do things and very humane. So I will take you out to my living room. The next clip will be of my 9-point deer. The angle isn't great and my air conditioner is on, but this is my 9-point. My grandpa did the mount and everything himself, and it's got my shell casing. I don't know if you can see it, but my shell casing is on the plaque on the other side. But this is what started my love for bones and skulls and collecting of it. So yep. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that and that wasn't too weird for you. Just know that as an animal lover and nature lover in general, I would never collect something that was killed just to have it. All of these, this is a byproduct. People are going to be using them and doing what they want with them anyway, and I will just take the bones from it, as weird as that is. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this wasn't offensive to anybody.